Okay, so we have an urgent information coming out. The National Hurricane Center has just painted a large area of the Gulf Coast from New Orleans through Florida and into the Atlantic. And I want to show you something really quick here. Look at that. So they're talking about flash flood. This thing is going to be a monster. All right, so in the next 7 days, so they're giving us 7 days to prepare. So millions, again, we're talking about New Orleans, Florida, even Louisiana, Mississippi, those regions, and Florida. Again, we need to prepare. We need to prepare. You guys already know what happened in Texas, Chicago, and you had DC, and I do believe even Virginia, North Carolina. Those areas, they seen the flash flood, and water is just coming out of nowhere. All right, so yeah, we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. Millions need to start preparing today. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. So once again, the National Hurricane Center has just painted a large area of Gulf Coast from New Orleans through Florida and into the Atlantic as an area they are monitoring for tropical development during the next 7 days. A broad and weak area of low pressure will be passing over Florida and into the Gulf by the middle of next week. The net result will likely be changed due to a weather pattern over Florida with an increase in daily thunderstorm. None of the models are aggressive with development. We will watch it. All right, so I do have the full information here. All right, so you do have multiple news outlets are sounding the alarm on this one. National Hurricane Center eyes the Gulf as Florida braces for days of downpours. And one thing about Florida, we witnessed that there was not that much rain. There was even a drought alert that was put out, an emergency drought. And now all of a sudden, we're about to see all this crazy rain coming out of nowhere. Now, a lot of people believe that this is being engineered. Basically, is being created. All these strong, powerful storm and rain, tornado, and all that type of stuff. So again, we're gonna see what's going on here, but Floridians, prepare. Again, worst case scenario, again, you never know. All right, so if your weekend plans were hoping to dodge the rain, you might have gotten lucky. But next week, not so much. After a relatively dry stretch, the weather pattern over Florida is about to flip and is bringing a lot more water with it. The step from spotty storms to widespread soakers. Now it says here right now, high pressure is still loosely in control across the Sunshine State, keeping winds light and storms scattered. That's what we're seeing Saturday, with most showers and storms developing inland during the afternoon and evening. But starting Sunday, and especially Monday, deep tropical moisture surges into the region. That means more clouds, more widespread thunderstorm, and a rising risk for heavy rainfall and localized flooding, especially in low-lying and poorly drained areas. We are not talking about a few garden variety downpours, something meteorologists watch closely called the PW, the precipitable water, or how much moisture is available for storm to wring out. It's expected to climb over 2.25 inches early next week. That's well above normal for mid-July. It means there's enough atmospheric moisture to fuel several rounds of widespread downpours. It says here the National Hurricane Center is also keeping a close eye on the Gulf, a broad area of low pressure may form in the next few days near the southeast U.S. coastline before drifting westward into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Ah, it's Gulf of America. They kind of messed up there. So, right now, the National Hurricane Center gives it a 20% chance of development over the next 7 days, which is low, but it doesn't take a named storm to bring big impacts. This area of disturbed weather is part of what's helping pump deep moisture into Florida. So while we don't expect a tropical storm at this point, we do expect the effects, and that means increased rain, higher humidity, and stormier skies through much of next week. All right, so again, Floridians and many out there, like in Louisiana or New Orleans, it's very important to start preparing. If a named storm does develop, hopefully not, it will name Dexter. So far in 2025, we used the name Andrea, Barry, and Chantel. Man, Dexter? Mm-mm. So what to expect day by day? Well, Sunday, it's going to be more storms than Saturday, especially inland. Skies start turning cloudier. Still some dry pockets early. Monday through Wednesday, this is the soggy stretch. Expect widespread downpours, possible street flooding. That's the big one. Monday through Wednesday. So, Floridians, it's time to start preparing now for worst case scenario. Possible street flooding and rain. Cooled highs in the upper 80s to near 90s. Once again, Monday and Tuesday bring the highest risk for flooding, especially in flood zone. Now it says here, Thursday through Saturday, the pattern begins to ease a bit. Still scattered storms each afternoon, but will inch back towards a more normal summer setup with a few breaks of sun returning. So next week is going to be the big one. So how to prepare? With deep tropical moisture in the atmosphere, on the increase the week, rainfall totals could reach 4 to 8 inches through midweek, with some isolated higher amounts. A flash flood risk might develop in some areas. Okay, so please remember, guys, make sure you have the National Weather Service app downloaded on your phone. Make sure you hit that notification. Make sure you keep it on just in case they announce the flash flood, all right? So once they announce it, just head to higher ground or move to higher ground. Check your storm drains and clear debris. It doesn't take much to back things up. Be cautious on the roads. Ponding and reduced visibility will be an issue, especially during the afternoon commute. Stay informed. Once again, we keep you updated on the tropical outlook and any changes to the flood risk. So it seems like this is going to be Florida, the Sunshine State. Final thoughts? Yes, it is July. Yes, it's Florida. But this much moisture plus a tropical assist makes early next week something to watch very closely. So something big is coming next week, especially if you're in a flood-prone spot or planning any travel. Man, it's going to be 92 tomorrow. I live in Florida, guys. It's, man, today, you see, it's 91. Today was like, it felt like 95. Tomorrow's going to be 92. And then next week, here comes the rain, Monday through Friday. And the temperature is still going to be bad. Man. All right. So give me a second here, guys. Let me just pull something up really quick here. trying to see if there's any more updates. I want to take it to the National Hurricane Center. Um, hmm. I think this is a new one. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is a new one here. Area in yellow added from. Okay, we already know this. All right, so if a low forms and gradually strengthen, the next name will be Dexter. All right, so Rainmaker at a minimum, just keeping tabs on it for now. All right, so again, something big is coming next week. Boy, oh boy. I do live in a flood zone area. I mean, you know, when it rains, like big drop, I mean, the water just start rising really quick here. Really quick. I live like in the western part of Florida, so it's like, you know, a lot of water does, you know, start to rise. Give me a second here, guys. All right. Let me take you to the National Hurricane Center website and see where we at in that one. Yep, there she go. So they already have it. Is on the National Hurricane Center. It's like they already know this thing is gonna come. All right, so 20% chance of cyclone formation in 7 days. All right, so near the southeastern U.S., a broad area of low pressure could form over the next several days offshore of the southeastern U.S. coast. Environmental conditions could become marginally conducive for the gradual development of this system by mid to late next week, as the system moves generally westward across the Florida Peninsula and over the eastern and north central portion of the Gulf, regardless of development. Heavy rainfall is possible over a portion of the Florida Peninsula and southeast U.S. coast through mid to late next week. Now, formation chance through 48 hours low, near 0%. Formation chance through 7 days low, 20%. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on this one here. This is like the next big one here. All right, so again, you know, some people is going to be like, well, it's not a big deal. You know, this thing is not going to be a massive storm. You never know. You never know. All right, so again, it's very important to, let's say nothing happens, at least you are well prepared. So again, is, you know, if you live out there, me in the state of Florida, again, I got my preparation. I got all my kits here. I got everything here, and so, and I do have the National Hurricane Center, and you know, I got this app downloaded on my phone. All right, so let's give me a second here. Let me see if I can find some more information. Okay, we do have this one here. Hurricane Center eyes potential system to form near Florida. So we already know that. Yeah, we already know all this here. Give me a second. Man, look at this. News media, they making sure they get the news out there, because in Texas it seems like a lot of news was not put out, but this time, yeah, they making sure everybody get it. Tropical trouble could be brewing around Florida, hurricane forecasters say. Florida in bullseye for heavy rains as developing system could become tropical trouble. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Man. Give me a second here. Now, hold on. I gotta pull up this information here. I live in the state of Florida, and I'm still trying to recover from the hurricane. And many of you really helped us out, and thank you so much for that, guys. I had to I had to replace the roof because we got hit by the hurricane, and we went to a shelter. And when we came back from the shelter, there was shingles all over the place. I mean, it blew off the shingles and everything. So I had to get a tarp, which I still have the tarp, but just put the tarp on and stuff. And the roof repair was like $13,000 cash. And I'm like, man. So and then the fence, the chicken coop and all that was damaged. I had to fix the fence myself. I did the fence. I rebuilt the chicken coop. The chickens were fine. They were put away in a shed, strong shed. But it's, a lot of stuff was damaged and I had to fix everything. But the roof was, oh man, that really hurt me bad. But me and my wife are thinking if we get hit by another storm and more damage happens, yeah, we thinking about moving out, moving to another state, because insurance is too high. Insurance for hurricane. Tropical trouble could be brewing around Florida, hurricane forecasters say. A broad area of low pressure could develop offshore of the southeastern U.S. coast. Regardless of developments, the area of disturbed weather is expected to be a rainmaker in the region. All right, so I'm not going to read all this here. It seems like... yeah, it's like the same thing. If for some reason a tropical storm does develop, the next name on the list this season is Dexter. Should development take place on the Atlantic side of Florida, it may once again drift northward towards the U.S. coast, AccuWeather said on July 11th. The more plausible option is development on the Gulf side, which could be steered westward along the northern Gulf Coast, the weather forecast company stated. All right. So I would keep it updated on this one here, guys. I'm just going to end it here. But again, forecasters, meteorologists are sounding the alarm. I do believe something big is coming next week. Millions need to be prepared just in case, guys. Worst case scenario, just in case. You saw what happened in Texas. You saw what happened to all these other states. Again, don't fall asleep. Be prepped. Be safe out there. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.